just for you. Back again with another one. Thanks everyone for sharing, liking the videos. I definitely appreciate it. Helping everything grow and everything. If I ever get to the point of having a Patreon or something, like we'll do like a giveaway or something like that, I'm nowhere near that. I don't have any followers or anything. So, but for the few people that find these videos nice enough to share, I appreciate it. Much love. Shout out. Hope everyone is doing well. Man, like one of my biggest issues is patience. Jumping right in. One of my biggest issues is patience. Generally speaking, some things I'm extremely patient with, and it's almost to the point of slight clairvoyance, just because you've been through an experience so many times, you just kind of know the outcome and you don't really worry about it. And in other aspects, not so much. Give an example. My Xbox is really, really loud, and I got the okay to go get a new console. Most dudes would have left that day and been like, what? You're telling me to go buy a video game console. I'll be back. Do you know how hard it is? Was and still is to just not go drop some money on a new console system right now. Because you can either do it, but it's very, very different when your spouse tells you, hey, go buy a new video game console. Go buy a computer. You know what? Go get a TV. What? Like for real? Like, very, very difficult for me not to just jump headfirst in the pool without even thinking down the road for any future potential consequences or anything like that. With this crazy coronavirus thing going on, who knows when we're going back to work. Few other options that I could put some money into if I was going to do that. Do I go buy a video game console, or do I invest that into something like, some stocks or something like that? There's a lot of other options I could possibly do that may potentially grow or just be immediate satisfaction. And I'm very impatient. So, like, if I do something, I'm like, man. So this is kind of how I think about stuff. So I have like 1,000 Twitter followers. I have like 3,000 Facebook friends. If I post a video in like a week, I should have like 1,000 shares and watches on this. That's how my mind works. That is not true. Like, you're lucky to get like 10, honestly. That's just how it works. But I'm that impatient. Like, that's just, I want it now. I put all this time, I put all this energy into it. It's good. Bam, bam, bam. It's better than that. Bam. You know what? Ooh. And I want it to go so fast. And it's just me. We all want it now. That's why we grind. That's why we drive, to get it done as fast and as quickly as possible. But learning patience, well, we all learn patience. The older you get, the more patience you learn. Now, the fact is, whether you accept it or not, that's different. I understand why my 10-year-old doesn't have any patience. I get it. To a point, depending on your situation, you're 25, you're mid-20s, 21, 25, 26. You shouldn't be impatient, but you should be hungry. There's a difference. If by the time you're 35 or 40, you're still impatient and everything like that, then that's just a personal choice. You just don't want to accept it. You know what you have to do. But that's the hard part, is accepting the fact that, okay, I need to just work through it. This is where patience comes into play. And kind of hand in hand with patience is, I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. Patience, acceptance, because you have to accept it all. But like, that's where the grind comes into play. Because usually when you have to apply patience, it's when things are starting to get stagnant or routine. And that's where, okay, I got to be patient and just let this work its course. And that's where the grind comes into play and staying mentally tough. And that's what the challenge is, really. It's more or less, it's not the fact that I don't have patience. I don't like waiting. I don't like that what if feeling. I don't like that stagnant feeling. I don't like that useless feeling that this isn't working or did I make a mistake? Because now things aren't moving as fast and you kind of have time to dwell on other things in your mind. That's really the hard part. Like, if you were told and you knew for a fact, hey, if you do A, B, C, D in 6 months on the dot, 100% accurate, like this is your graduation date, so to speak. If there was a magic formula where you could go to the bank and be like, look, I need a 6-month business, be like, okay, here's your paperwork, fill this out, and in 6 months you will have $100,000, you would not have a problem waiting 6 months. Because it's guaranteed, it's already known, the plan is already written. Now, it's going to get kind of boring in between that, but in your mind, you're like, it's already done. All I got to do is make it. You don't really need patience to make it through that. What you need patience for is to make it through that when there is no guarantee, there is no road that's already laid out. You're basically creating it as you go. Now, yes, it's there, you just have to build it. That's where the patience comes into play. Because if it was that easy, none of us wouldn't have those panic attacks and stuff like that over those type of subjects. So, but yeah, patience is, you got to learn patience and you got to accept the fact that you need it. That's probably my biggest thing struggling, is not the fact that I need patience. A lot of times I just don't want to accept the fact that, Ryan, now it's time to be still. Now it's time. This is where your patience kicks in. This is where you're just literally you're just smoothing out your edges. That's all you got to do is just keep doing this motion over and over again. And personally, I'm more of a creator. And this also goes along with patience, but I could probably touch on it in another video. But I like making things, and once they're done, I'm like, okay, it's done, on to the next thing. That doesn't mean I pushed it to its max. I just did it because it was a personal thing. And that's where that patience comes into play, because a lot of times I'm like, yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I could do it anytime. And I don't have the patience to push it to the max and work through it to, yeah, I could start the garden, but I'm not going to grow the tree. I'm going to start the garden, get it growing. Oh, it's growing. All you got to do is take care of it. On to the next subject. So I'm going to let somebody else grow the tree. So I'm slowly, I should have had it a long time ago, but hey, we live and we learn, man. But yeah, my impatience and my lack of accepting patience has been pretty negative in my life in a lot of situations. So something I still struggle with even right now with this. So work on patience and work on accepting the fact that you need it. That being said, till next time, just for you, have a good one.